Very much. I came to Galway 33 years ago, and it's an absolute privilege to work for a lot of our clients. So that's why I do these things. I enjoy doing it, the response is great, and the crack is good, and we all learn and we all hopefully gain. I'm only going to say a few words. There's a picture there going round of myself and Silver Shadow. Now, I'll never look as good again, and probably Silver Shadow will never look as good again anyway. I probably never looked as good as that picture shows me. But we'll keep it fairly simple about the breeding and what we think is important. Over the last, myself and Dara have noticed an awful lot of mares with difficulty going in foal having fluid in their womb. It's a big, big problem in the half-breds, and it's become a big problem in the Connemaras. Any mare that has fluid after covering won't go in foal. Whether there's infection or not, doesn't matter. It's one of our big bugbearers in all the fertility work. And certainly this year, like there's a few of the thoroughbred people have started, they have their 2 or 3 months gone. And what I'm noticing them doing, they're blasting everything with oxytocin even before she's covered, every day or twice a day, to contract her up, to make sure that when she's covered, the womb doesn't leave itself prone to fluid. Now, this is particularly important on problem mares, and it's also important on ordinary mares that have had a big foal or a flabby womb, or our older mares that are prone to a large womb. So this is something we all can do and all should do in the breeding season. It's a very simple technique and it works dramatically well. Now, you'll often have to follow on with washouts and things like that if there's infection there, but this is probably the single most effective technique we do. Now, the other big bugbear of mine, or the most important thing I think, is cover the mare when she's really well on heat, and cover her once if you can with a problem mare. I remember about 20 years ago, the Newells in Kilcahill had a fantastic brood mare that they refused 60,000 for a number of years previously, and she had a difficult foal in 1 year, lost the foal, and they couldn't get her in foal for 4 years in a row. And I was dealing with her, several vets were dealing with her, and she couldn't be got in foal. And they came to me this 20th of January, and I scanned the mare, and I nearly dropped. I said, "Jeez, this mare's in foal. How did you get her in foal?" And he said, "We did exactly what you said." And I says, "Jeez, I must be going to get some bit of information out. What did I tell you anyway?" I couldn't remember what I said. "You said to cover her when she was lying down for the teaser." And in fairness, it was a good thing to do, but I thought I'd get more information out of him than that as a rescue for a lot of problem mares. But those two basic principles, get the fluid away, cover once, cover when they're really well on heat, and do the simple things right. Feeding, I suppose, is the other thing. Everyone knows more about that than me. But the other thing too, these big fat mares, if you can exercise them and tone up the womb, like the thoroughbred people have proved this, that the basic physical parameters are the most important. The fancy washouts and all these things, they may be a help, but they are the tip of the iceberg. The basic thing, and especially oxytocin, it's the most important thing that we've seen over the last number of years. And especially mares that some people are doing AI and some people are doing frozen semen. It's especially true in them. If you have a problem mare, there is no point in doing frozen semen. Frozen semen puts up an awful lot more reaction in the womb, even though it's only a tiny one straw technique a lot of the time. It puts extreme reaction in the womb. So if you have a problem mare, pick a young, very fertile stallion, and don't be going off looking for a fancy straw, because there's nothing worse than a mare empty at the end of the year, a DS straw paid for, and no pregnancy. It's no good for either side. So those are a few basic parameters, I would say. That's simply my philosophy. Keep it very simple. Keep watching the mare, and don't be afraid if the mare misses this heat. If she has a good heat this time, she'll have a better one the next time, and she'll have a better one the time after. It's not life and death. So it's better to get her in foal at one go, whenever it is, rather than trying to kill her in March and not get her in foal till the end of the year. Those are my simple type of principles, and I find them very effective. Anybody can have oxytocin. The other thing about oxytocin is it's a fantastic remedy for a mare that won't clean after foal, and this has become a big problem. Any mare that doesn't clean, now I don't go in as quick, like some people go in very quick within an hour or two. I don't. I'd wait 4 or 5 hours or 4 hours anyway. And the most important thing about oxytocin, some mares, you give them 1 ml and it'll nearly put them into convulsions. And there's another mare, you give her 10 ml and she'll do nothing. So start with a 1 ml dose. Don't give a very high dose, or you could really contract up a mare and cause her awful agony. So I usually give a mare 1 or 2 ml after an hour, after 3 or 4 hours. And then if she doesn't respond to that, give her 2 ml the next time. If she doesn't respond to that, a half hour later, give her 3 ml, and so on. And inevitably that'll loosen the cleaning. It may not take it away. You may still have to get the vet to give it a shot, but it's one of those techniques that works really well and makes a big differ to the womb subsequently, as I'm talking about for the mares getting ready for the next heat. They have already contracted up the womb. And this thing of pulling cleanings away and a mare getting an infection afterwards, like that is a total disaster. I know I'm fought for it. I don't pull any cleaning at all. I just don't do it unless I'm brought out 6 or 8 or 12 hours later or the next day and they've given her oxytocin for a long time. Then I will pull it and twist it and it'll be a lot easier. But pulling it clean in primary, you're going to break little bits of that off. You're going to cause problems. You're going to cause the mare a lot of pain, and it's just a bad job. And I don't have any issue with telling people, look, I won't pull that. Leave it alone. It'll be gone tomorrow. And we've had mares that didn't clean for 3 days. We kept them on antibiotic, we kept them on oxytocin, we washed them out after they cleaned, and we got them back in foal on the foal heat. So that's my answer. It is not about dogging them, it's about playing the game and just tuning in to what they're doing and be as gentle as possible with them. That's about my main principles. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.